India versus China, the race to strengthen manufacturing. Imagine a world where India's factories are bustling with innovation, churning out products that rival the best in the world. But right now, we're far from that reality. In fact, we're assembling parts made elsewhere, while our neighbors are designing and manufacturing their own. Have you ever wondered why your smartphone, despite being made in India, is filled with components from China? It's a question that Indian politician Rahul Gandhi recently posed, sparking a lively debate. Gandhi called for ground-level change to strengthen India's manufacturing sector, arguing that we're not truly making products but merely assembling them. He pointed out that a staggering 80% of the components in Indian-made TVs come from China. From iPhones to TVs, the parts come from abroad. We just put them together, Gandhi wrote in a post that's ignited a conversation. Gandhi's message is clear: India needs to shift from assembly to true manufacturing. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite ambitious campaigns like Make in India, progress has been limited. Our small manufacturing entrepreneurs are hindered by a lack of policy support, while heavy taxes and monopolies by a few firms are stifling growth. Without self-sufficiency in production, India's talk of jobs and manufacturing power will remain empty slogans. And this is the part most people miss. Why are we content with being mere assemblers? Shouldn't we aim higher? Can we truly compete with China without a consistent and stable policy framework? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Qian Feng, a prominent expert from Tsinghua University, offers a sobering perspective. India's push to strengthen manufacturing isn't new, but the overall progress remains limited. While campaigns like Make in India have been launched, they lack the long-term consistency that has propelled China's manufacturing sector to global dominance. India's dependence on China for intermediate goods and high-end equipment continues to grow, while key indicators show a worrying trend. Qian goes on to highlight a crucial point that could spark debate. India's manufacturing strength is built on decades of consistent policy, while India lacks policy stability. This gap in workforce skills and infrastructure further hinders India's growth. Despite the challenges, there's hope. Indian External Affairs Minister Subrahmanyam Jaishankar recently met with Chinese officials, expressing India's readiness to advance cooperation and enhance communication. And Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning echoed this sentiment, emphasizing the importance of mutual support and partnership. So, what do you think? Is India's manufacturing sector doomed to remain an assembly line, or can we rise to the challenge and become a true manufacturing powerhouse? Share your thoughts, and let's start a conversation. Is Make in India just assembly? Rahul Gandhi exposes China's dominance in TV components. Imagine a country where the majority of its TV components are sourced from another nation. Sounds like a recipe for economic vulnerability, right? That's exactly the situation India finds itself in, with a staggering 80% of TV components coming from China. This harsh reality has prompted Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition, to call for a fundamental shift in India's manufacturing landscape. He's not mincing words. Make in India is nothing more than a fancy name for assembly, not actual manufacturing. The harsh truth is that India is merely putting together parts made elsewhere, from iPhones to TVs. The components are imported, and the country is just playing a game of assembly line production. Gandhi is not just pointing fingers. He's highlighting the structural issues that have led to this state of affairs. Small entrepreneurs are eager to dive into manufacturing, but they're facing a plethora of challenges. There's a lack of policy support, and the heavy taxes are suffocating their growth. To make matters worse, a select few corporates have monopolized the industry, making it impossible for new players to enter the market. Gandhi is adamant that unless India becomes self-reliant in production, all the talks about jobs, growth, and Make in India will remain mere rhetoric. The country needs a ground-level change to move beyond the assembly line and become a true manufacturing powerhouse. This is not just about competing with China, it's about giving India's youth a chance to thrive in the manufacturing sector. Gandhi has been vocal about the failure of Make in India to revive the manufacturing sector, citing government data that shows India's manufacturing share in GDP has plummeted from 15.3% in 2014 to 12.6%, the lowest in 60 years. He's also highlighted the urgency for a policy overhaul, pointing out that China has been working on cutting-edge technologies like batteries, robots, and optics for the past decade, giving it a significant lead over India. As the world stands on the brink of a technological and economic revolution, India needs a new vision for growth, production, and participation. This vision must directly address the country's two biggest challenges: the job crisis and the lack of opportunity for 90% of Indians. Gandhi believes that jobs come from production, and Make in India has failed to deliver on that front. However, he's optimistic about the opportunities presented by the revolution in energy and mobility, with renewable energy, batteries, electric motors, and optics, and AI. India must master these technologies and boost production to give its youth hope for the future. But here's where it gets controversial. Can India really compete with China in the manufacturing sector? Is it time for the government to rethink its policies and provide more support to small entrepreneurs? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below.